I knew the time would come when I had to get round to analysing this stock. It's one of the most talked about stocks of 2021. Highly volatile, but still possibly got some value in it. What's it called? It's called GameStop, the Wall Street Bets favourite. I'm going to dig into the technical analysis and see where prices may be heading next. Hello, I'm Stephen Ho, trader and founder of TheStopHunter. So before we can carry on, a risk warning for you to pay close attention to. The content in this video is not investment advice, so please seek the advice, help of financial professionals or financial advisors before investing and trading. And trading and investing involves a high degree of risk and your money is at risk, so be very careful. So with that out the way, let's get on with the analysis. GameStop by no means is a new fad company. It's been around since the early 2000s, about 2005, as a publicly traded company, but it's only really until this year that it's sort of gained global recognition. And we can see from the weekly line chart there for GameStop the meteoric rise at the start of the year, all driven by the Wall Street Bets Brigade, a near 2,000% increase, and almost the same on the way back down very shortly after. It's all part of the short squeeze play. And then we had another bounce up to $250 per share, and then we've moved into this sort of triangle pattern, as we can see there, and price holding now around about $200, which is a 61.8% Fibonacci line. And like I said, this triangle pattern could indicate a further upside break, and if it can break from here, $250 or back to those highs of $320, $330 isn't out of the question. If it fails from here, then due to its volatile nature, then we could see $125 or even down into double digits, around $80, late $70 for some support. But a very volatile stock, as you can see, still on the radar of a lot of investors and traders, so one to keep an eye on. At the moment, in the short term, starting to look a bit more bullish. So what does the daily Heikin-Ashi give us for GameStop? Well, the signals currently are both bullish, the bottom two lines there. Then we have volatility, and that's trading around about 60% annual. And if we roll back to the start of this year, it was trading with that big spike in the price over 500%. So in comparison, very low, but still quite serious vol levels, and starting to pick up. And we can also see a similar picture in volume, where it was trading 200 million start of the year. Now it's down to about 3 million. So not insignificant, but not massive in comparison, but trading around its sort of longer term average. And in terms of the price, we jump onto there, we're just getting a buy signal in the band, the two pink line band breakout box set up there. In terms of the two standard deviation regression, I set it from the lows, the start of the run up, the start of the year, and put it to today's price. And what does it tell us? Well, since that initial move, then once it does break out, it does seem to come back in, but it doesn't really, or hasn't got down to the bottom part of the the salmon pink two standard deviation lines, and it's sitting there in the middle. So upsides, it could be $300, downsides, well, 170 maybe. But things, like I said, in the shorter term, feeling a bit more bullish. I've used a $10 block size for GameStop. You see our bottom three indicators signals are all bullish. In terms of price action, it's sitting within the two pink lines, the box breakout setup, so neutral there, and I've used the trend up from the start of the year to the current price to create the Fibonacci lines, and in that it gives us sort of upsides, late 200s, then into the early 300s, and if it really gets going again, then 400 to 500 isn't out of the question to the downside. The short term maybe 130, 140, then double digits, 80s to 90s, and then if things really do collapse, it's back down to $11 to $20. But in the shorter term, we could see the those highs of sort of the summer tested around 290, 300 if it still remains or can pick up bullish sentiment once more. So based purely off the technicals, I'm going to give it a weak bullish overall score. It's warming up to look a bit more bullish, but at the moment it's a sit and wait and see what happens. Heikin-Ashi a little weaker than the Renko, and the Renko used more in a shorter term. And if we focus on the targets, if we're a bit more aggressive, well, there's not much to the upside, 1.36, 2.09 to 1, but there is still something on the bone there for you. And to the downside, similar-ish, but maybe less exciting numbers, 0.91 and 1.25 to 1. But like I say, at the moment, based purely on the technicals, I'm going to give it a weak bullish opinion. So GameStop warming up to the upside. It is a risky stock to play, and the big boys did have it short, the latter part of 2020, 2021 for a reason. But has it turned itself around? Has it got the upside there? Well, I think it's going to be driven by sentiment, so maybe you want to factor that into your analysis. And it's going to be hard to use the technical analysis because it's likely to be very volatile when it breaks, but you can use that as a guide, certainly for sure, if you're still bullish the GameStop stock. Let me know in those comments below what you think is going to happen next to GameStop. What do you think of the price analysis in today's video? Have you got any ideas on technical levels? If you have, let me know in those comments. Love to hear from you. And if you've liked the analysis, want to learn more about the charts that I use, I'll put a link in the description below that you can follow. And if you've liked today's video, please give us the thumbs up. Don't forget to hit the subscribe and like buttons to receive future notification of content I'm going to produce just like this. And all that's left for me to say is thanks for watching, good luck with the trading, and I'll see you in the next video.